Ladies and gentlemen, this is a queen, a trooper, a warrior. She has been a professional for almost 50 years in the industry. She's a sought after trainer. She is, as I said, a professional trichologist. She is the VP of our hair division, helping to formulate and bring to the marketplace products that are going to give you the best results for your hair, keeping your hair healthy and helping to restore it. So, without any further ado, Doris Mosley, I'm just so glad to see you, woman. I swear. It's good to see that face. We've talked several times, but just to see your face is really nice.
Yes,
Really
I had to. My doctor said, Doris, you can no longer cover your head when you see your arm is being dressed. So Saturday was the uncovering, the first time I see my arm since the accident. So I said, well, I've seen the worst. Now I'm going to get back on camera.
there you go. And it probably wasn't as bad as you thought, I hope.
It wasn't, but it was still I was very nervous because, everybody been talking about it all along the way. My daughter has definitely kept a journal of my picture. So I was scared. I was really scared, but now I'm okay. I'm okay.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to start them out with just a little bit about Wakana, and then
Okay.
I'm going to bring on the hair products, and you can talk about those. And I noticed
Okay.
there was a subject that you wanted to talk about specifically today. What was that?
That was about augmented hair that is not hair that we're chasing. I'll say that because I always say we're chasing somebody else's and forgetting about our own.
That's right. That's exactly right. In fact, I know that there is a picture here of a lady that had augmented hair. You want to say something about that before we?
Let me see if I can. Oh, yeah. I always say whoever was doing her hair, Kathy, didn't love her because this didn't happen overnight. This was over a period of time, which could have been prevented to getting this far. Now it's no return. Her hair now it will never be back. She would have to get a transplant and be her own donor, or she would just have to continue to do what she's doing, and that's wearing those wigs. Her hairline won't come back.
Ever.
That's that's a done deal. That's its traction alopecia at its worst, and it didn't happen overnight. So
And
she's
how long do you
stuck.
think that something like that would go on, would happen at this rate? You know, how long would that?
Without any trauma, she probably was probably over a 6 months period or more. It was a gradual thing that the hairstylist or whoever was doing her did not participate in holding on to her hair. That's the sad part about it. She just kept doing it and it kept going. It wasn't a secret.
Wow. You
And
know, I actually thought that you were going to say something longer, a longer period of time. So
mm-mm, it
just
could have
six months.
it even could have been worse. It's like friction. I tell people who wear wigs, make sure they protect their hairline because with that hairline sitting on your hairline, it's friction. And friction causes breakage. And that could be, overnight. Really. I was talking to a
Wow.
young lady yesterday. She actually from Chicago, but she's in Ghana right now. I don't remember her name, but she's in Ghana. And she called me and she was a nervous wreck about her hair. But it can happen in no time flat. I mean, I gave it 6 months, but it could have happened in less time than that.
Wow. You know, I really thought that it took a longer period of time. That's amazing
Mm-mm.
to know that. Well,
No.
let's see here. You know, I think that we can just go ahead and get started into what you want to talk about because I don't see any guest on the line. If you are a guest on the line, if you'll go ahead and identify yourself. I think I just see Family Doris, and so I
Mm-hmm.
know that they're so glad to see you, but I
Mm-hmm.
know that they need the information that you want to give about traction alopecia and how it's going to affect people. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up these products, and you can go ahead and get into that. Give me just a second. So first of all, let's talk about the disclaimer here. Our statements made regarding these products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The efficacy of these products has not been confirmed by the FDA approved research. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease, and all information here is not meant as a substitute or for alternative information from healthcare practitioners. Please consult your healthcare professional about potential interactions or other possible complications before using any product. And this is a notice that is required by the FDA. And so, as she mentioned, this is a situation that has affected even the most famous people, right? And so, this is the product line that Doris has been instrumental in bringing and assisting Wakana in developing. And so, Doris, if you'd like to go ahead and talk about how what traction alopecia is again, and and then talk about our products.
Okay, great. First of all, I just want to say to each and every one of you guys that are on the Zoom today that has been supporting the Hair Zoom, that have been sharing your testimonies, I am very appreciative, as so is Wakana. And just to say thank you for your prayers, your love. I'm progressing well. So just continue to pray for me that I will be 100% restored. Just like we have in our product, and I've been definitely taking my hemp MD, my gummies, and my pain cream, you guys. So now I'm no longer Kathy taking any pain medication. I think I know my doctor was laughing with me. She said, I know what you're doing. So yeah, she knew what I was doing, but I didn't tell the other doctors yet. But the hair product is definitely into restoration. That's why we kind of brought it to the forefront to help save our strands. And the system is SOS, saving our strands. We have a shampoo that is second to none. I mean, we really knocked it out of the park with the shampoo because it's a renewing, it's the name, renewing shampoo. And that's what it actually does. It's for hair, it reduces the porosity and it strengthens the hair, make it healthier, shinier, and easy to style. It's the renewing shampoo. It's a shampoo that deep cleans those pores and get all that toxic buildup out of there and from around the follicle. So you don't have to worry about the follicle becoming folliculitis, which is an illness to the follicle, which is, if left unattended to, it can end up being a follicle that would die out on you, and you will not have that strand of hair. And to lose the strand, I tell everybody, everything God put on us, in us, we need it. If you lose any of that, there's going to be some repercussions along the way. So we want to save our strands. We want to do everything we can to do that. And then we didn't just stop at the renewing shampoo. We went on into the moisturizing conditioner. Hair, of course, if you've heard me say it, you've heard me say it 1,000 times, it's made of moisture and protein. And you got to have balance within that because you don't want to over moisturize a head of hair as well as you don't want to over proteinize a head of hair. And you got to recognize some people, the young lady yesterday who called me, she said, Doris, what do I do about my hair? It's really dry. She had color, she had relaxer on her hair. I said, the first thing you need to do, give your hair rest. Get rid of the color, get rid of the relaxer, and just stay natural. But if you are experiencing dryness, you want to take some of your oud oil, mix it with your moisturizing conditioner, comb it through, get under a dryer for at least 15 to 20 minutes, and that will help hydrate your hair. That's so important, you guys, that you are hydrating your hair like you are doing your body. I know for those that are probably in the flat belly lifestyle, you got to be drinking a lot of water. And that's what your hair needs. Your hair needs water. It needs water from within. So you're going to hydrate your hair. And with the oud oil, you're just going to get even more moisture and you're going to get that extra shine that you're looking for. Then we didn't stop there. We knew that hair tangles easy. Hair tangles from the ends to the scalp. And what you're doing, after you condition your hair, rinse, towel dry, spray your detangler on. And that detangler is going to help unloose those knots that could be in the hair, keep you from breaking out, because hair breaks easily when wet. So you want to make sure you maintain the amount of stretch and not go beyond that to breakage. That is very important. But in using our detangler, I found out I can do something else with the detangler, and that is when a person has been wearing stationary hairstyles, such as braids, such as updos, such as weaves, you find that your hair, when you take your hair out, the braids and the weaves and all of that, you have a lot of hair that normally sheds, it sheds anyway, and you have that hair that's locked in there. Now, what do? Do you take them straight to the shampoo bowl? Absolutely not. That will be disaster at its highest form. You're going to spray the detangler on the braids, on the hair that has been stationary for maybe 4 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 months. I don't know how long you're leaving your stationary styles up, but you're going to spray the detangler before you wet the hair. And you're going to comb that hair from the ends to the scalp, because hair sheds anywhere from 50 to 100 strands a day. Although you wasn't wearing that hair down, you was wearing it up, the hair still shedded. The braids, it still shedded, but it just didn't get out. So take your spray, your detangler spray, and spray it on the hair prior to shampooing, and comb from scalp, from ends to scalp. You will see the difference it will make in your end results. Then we have our styling cream. Styling cream, it was like, okay, where's the baby? Here's another baby. It's a small jar that you think is not going to do the job. But let me tell you, that small jar has a lot of bang to it, because what it does, it helps in styling, maintaining the style. It helps when you comb it through. It makes it even easier. You don't need a lot. You need just a dime size, a pea size, or a dime size, depending on the thickness and the length of the hair. You're going to rub it in your hand, emulsify it, and you're going to rub it through the hair, comb it through. You're going to either wet style the hair or you're going to dry style the hair. It really doesn't matter, but you're going to make it happen. And then oud oil got in there because we do a lot of heat on the hair, whether it's heat under the dryer or whether it's heat from blow drying or heat from a thermal tube. Whatever the heat is, you need some protection. So I just started using oud oil because hair is an appendage of skin. So I said, well, if it works on the skin the way it's working, it will do something extra for the hair. So what I did, I started using it as a buffer to the heat, and amazing results. So I said, oh my God, let's use this on. And I will always squirt some in my client's hand so they can rub it on their hand while I'm putting it on their hair. And they were like, ooh. I would say, yeah, that's the name, ooh. And they love it. So look, you guys, I can't express it enough to say to you, this system is amazing. It's only amazing if you use it. It's not amazing in the jar. We're looking for amazing results that we're getting, but we need you to get in it and participate. Then we have the beard oil. A lot of the guys say, well, what's in it for me? We have beard oil. It helps to strengthen the beard, help strengthen the follicle and promote a healthy hair for the beard. Men are wearing the beards now. They're wearing a lot of the beards. And so we want to make sure that their beards stay healthy. Also, the men who are losing their hair. It's an epidemic now, not only for women, it's an epidemic for men and children also. So they're putting the beard oil on their scalps and massaging it in, just like we're doing hemp-powered hair oil. Hemp-powered hair is packed with so many certified oils and so many just great ingredients that we know if you are using it, you're getting results. Starting with, a lot of people have itchy scalp. That's just something people have, itchy scalp. And it is, when you have an itchy scalp, the first thing in there is our flaxseed oil. Flaxseed oil helps get rid of that itchy scalp. And the hemp powered hair, it promotes healthy hair and natural shine. Natural way to strengthen and heal damaged hair follicles. Now remember, damaged hair follicles can be repaired. A dead follicle is too late due to hormonal traction. A good example was the lady Kathy showed the pictures of in the beginning, and androgenetic. That's dealing with the genes. Now, your mom may have had alopecia, your dad may have had it, but either one or both, it just speeds up your chances. And it reduces breakage and thickness edges. That's why I keep telling people, they were like, Doris, I don't need that. I have a good head of hair. My hair is thick, my hair is this. But that's now. We're going to protect you in the future. You are to get this product now and start using, and don't get it and put it on the shelf. It doesn't work on the shelf. It works on the scalp. It works on the hair. And that's where the direction. And we also, you hear Dr. Rita talk about all the time, inflammation. Pumpkin seed, which is in our hemp powered hair, helps get rid of inflammation. We got to start making sure that this happens and that we get the results that we know you can get, providing you are using the product. People get it and put it in the drawer. That's why we don't have samples. I say samples are they're good and not good because people don't really use them. They go and take their samples and put them in the drawer and never look back. So we want you to use the product to the fullest, and we know that it does work. I am a product of the product. My hair I had lost in the top due to CCCA, which is central. It started in the central. It started to centrifugal out. It started to show me that I had inflammation, and scar tissue, which is cicatricial alopecia. So we're going to make sure that we stay away from those type of things that we know are causing problems to the hair. So, but today I wanted to share, and CBD. Oh my God, CBD is in our product. All of our product is infused with CBD. So now you know you have a product that's going to bring the body back into balance. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring our body back into balance because it helps us heal. Trust me, CBD help us heal. And we don't have any of those bad products, ingredients in our product. And if you don't know what bad ingredients are, just go look it up. Google bad ingredients for hair. We don't have any of those in our product. None of the carcinogenic ingredients that are in our products. None of the ingredients that's going to do harm to our body. We are about health, wellness, legacy, and what's the other one, Kathy? Health, legacy, freedom. That's what we are about.
How you gonna forget me?
I was just gonna say the freedom pillar is right there.
I got it. But I should never hear it every day. But anyway, Kathy, today I just wanted to share with everybody because we have been misled, we have been misinformed about this hair that we're buying out of the store or we're buying it from someone. 100% human hair. Let's address that. If you go to a beauty supply and you ask them for a pack of anybody's hair, they're going to give you a pack. I want you to ask for a second pack or a third pack. And I want you to put them on the counter and look at each pack. They will be identical. Human hair is not identical. You cannot, my hair on my head is different from Kathy's hair on her head. So that tells you right there, that's not true. It's manufactured hair. And most of that hair have fillers in it. And the fillers are that monofiber that will allow you to put heat on it. But over a period of time, it will get stiff. That hair gets stiff. And a person that's wearing, when they hold their hair down, the back come up. So that tells you right then, something is not right with this hair over a period of time. Putting oil on it won't really help it, okay? So beware that you are putting something on your natural hair that's gonna cause damage. Okay, and then we have the braided hair, which is the worst of all because that's plastic. I had the opportunity to work on a bill to get licensed people to braid, to have a license to even braid. So they'll know what they were working on before they work over it. So what ended up happening, I had the opportunity to go to a manufacturer that made the braided hair. On one side of the vac, it was tiny, tiny, tiny beads. On the other side, when it came out as hair. And I'm like, something is not right with this picture. We are putting plastic onto our natural fibers, and what's going to happen? It's going to bite into our cuticle layer, which is the first layer of our hair shaft. I said, and that's going to cause us to be unprotected. It's just like if this house I'm sitting in, beautiful home, but if they didn't have windows and doors, they would be unprotected. This is considered their cuticle layer, and it bites into your natural fibers. Of course, your hair is going to grow. It's going to appear to be long, but it's not healthy simply because the natural fibers have been tampered with. And that plastic, our natural fibers can't compete with the plastic that hair is made of that's now being braided into our hair. And the hairlines, most of the people who are addicted to hair augmentation, I would be willing to say most of them, hairlines have been jeopardized. And if you don't know where your hairline is, Kathy can show you. You got to put your finger down, your little finger down on your eyebrows, close all your fingers together. Where your pointed finger touch, that's where your hairline should begin. And it should be strong. You look back into some of the old movies and the old pictures of your parents and foreparents, they had hairlines. That's because they didn't have and suffer with traction alopecia. Traction alopecia is real, you guys. It is real. Now, what I have done and what I found to work really good for me is that I do the 50-50. And that is 50% dry the hair. Like if a person is wearing a weave, and that is where the braids are down, the tracks are sewn onto the braids. When they come in to get a service done, I will shampoo their hair, rinse thoroughly, you guys, place them under the dryer, 50% drying. And then once they come from under the 50% drying, I will take 12 drops of our hemp powered hair, put it in a spray bottle with a little water, maybe about a half an ounce, depending on how thick the braids are, and just shake it up really well and spray. That means the hemp powered hair is getting in there by way of the oil, of the water. You just shake it well as you spray because you know oil and water don't really mix. So you're trying to force it in with the water. I found that to be, and then let them completely dry thoroughly. And the reason why they have to dry thoroughly is because if not, they can end up mildewing, and you don't want that to happen. So you thoroughly dry them, and then you continue to style. You do the same thing for braids. If a person is wearing braids or locks, like Kathy wears locks, so that will be one of her regimens. Because what we're trying to do, we're trying to slow down the shedding. And in our hemp-powered hair, we have cloves. Cloves help the shedding to be minimal because you can do 50 to 100 strands a day. That's okay. But when it go past that point, that means it's telogen effluvium, and we don't want that. So you're going to use it 50-50 and make it happen. You're going to be, I would suggest you not do it, but some people have gotten to the point where they are addicted and they're not going to do nothing else but wear the augmented hair. And you want to make sure, if they saying it's 100% human, look at the hair. No 100% look the same. So if they show you one bundle that's 100%, look at the second bundle and say, hey, is this manufactured hair or is this really 100% human? You also can tell by the price. The price is definitely going to be different if you are getting 100% human hair. And that's what I want you guys to be very cautious of when you go into the stores. Ask the question, look at the hair, and ask other questions like, where did it come from? Because too many diseases are getting over here too. So you want to make sure that hair that you are going to wear that's not yours, that it is right for you. Back to you, Kathy.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that, Doris. And so let's open it up for any questions that people might have for you. Again,
Okay.
you have got the awesome Doris Mosley here. She's here to make sure that you don't fall into the trap of overtaxing and overstressing your hair. So
That's
if you have
right.
any traction alopecia questions, braids, sedentary style questions, or anything else, go ahead and feel free to add those to the chat. Well, I don't see any questions. That sounds like you did a great job, Doris.
Very good. Kathy, I just want them to invite. Don't come to the party next week without somebody coming with you.
That's right. Bring a date.
Bring a
Bring a
guest.
date. That's right.
Yes.
That's
Bring a
exactly right.
date.
Monica, I see that your hand is raised. How can we help you? Go ahead and put it in the chat. I see that your hand is raised. So,
Is that Robin Brown out there? I want to know if that's my guess. Robin Brown, is that you?
Robin has her hand raised after you said that. Perhaps that is Robin. Robin?
So
Say
I
hello.
followed instructions, Doris.
Yes,
Okay.
that is me.
That's right. And it comes from the top. And she said it is her. Hi, Robin. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I just want to know, I just want to let you know the chat, when I tried to put a question in, it says
Oh,
it's
okay.
disabled.
Oh, did not know that. Thank you for saying so. That's something that we can fix right now. Give me just a moment.
Okay. So since I'm on, I have a question. I deal with alopecia. And so what would you recommend out of the products? I know it sounds like the hemp powered oil may be a benefit.
Kathy, I didn't understand what she said. Maybe you could repeat her question.
I think I heard her say something about having alopecia, but it really did not come through clearly, Robin.
Okay, can you hear me now?
It does sound clearer. Go ahead and repeat.
Okay, so I deal with alopecia, and I was just wondering what products would you recommend to, I know that there's really no cure for it, but just to maybe to minimize the loss.
Okay, just to say there is really a cure for alopecia. Alopecia is the medical term for baldness. And there's several, directions. I always tell people, what are you doing now to your hair? Hemp-powered hair oil is definitely an oil that I am a product of because I, again, had CCCA and the ingredients in hemp-powered hair pulled me back on board. And my hair is now thick, full, and I have no hairline loss. I have a full hairline. So you have to be consistent. See, the issue with a lot of people, they will purchase the oil, but they won't be committed. They will purchase it and it ends up in the cabinet or ends up in a drawer. But what I'm going to say to you, Robin, is you make it end up on the side of your bed, on your nightstand. And 3 days out of the week, you are to put it on your scalp, and you are to put it under your tongue, at least 5 drops under your tongue. I just went overboard with it because I was nervous about losing my hair. So I use it every day. But I'm just, I'm telling you what is recommended, but I got aggressive because I didn't want to lose my hair. And I stopped doing anything to it. I stopped the heat, I stopped the color, and I stopped the relaxers. And my hair came back, and I texturize it here and there to just make it easier to manage. But be committed and get the SOS system and be committed. If you go to the salon, take it with you. Take the product with you and have the stylist only to use the Wakana SOS system only. And then you use your hemp powered hair drops 3 times a week. Put it on your scalp, massage it upward. That way you're bringing the blood to the point, because we have peppermint oil in our hemp powered hair, which is very stimulating to the scalp and to the follicles. So you want to protect that follicle with all costs. And I'll say and don't be expecting something to happen overnight. It's a process. Hair only grows 6 inches a year, okay? So if it only grows 6 inches a year, you're not gonna get 6 inches overnight. And a lot of people put product out there saying it grew it back in 2 weeks. No, I always say they must have a knob in the back and have a tail toward that, that rolls the hair out. So be patient with the process. And it took me 2 months to see a difference and 8 months to be fully back. Okay?
Wow. I need to be consistent, Doris.
Okay, Phyllis,
So I can do it every day. I can
I did.
And put it on my scalp every day.
Every day I did it. I was like, if a little bit would do great, a lot would do better. And I went for it.
I'm on and popping.
Yes, you have beautiful hair. I know you have beautiful hair. So let's make it happen.
I did get the chat fixed. I'm trying to let you know. Okay, cool. Doris, Monica says you look amazing. Great to see you.
Thank you. I feel good too.
And Robin, she did say to put drops under the tongue. Hemp powered hair is a two-for product. You can use it as a tincture, so you get the internal benefits of CBD and all of those wonderful essential oils internally. And then as a topical, you can apply it to an area of concern. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. You're welcome. Anyone else? Any other questions? Well, awesome. Thank you, Doris. You are just a joy to be able to see here. I love working with you. While you were injured, you continued to add customers, you continued to grow your team. You continue to plan for the rest of the year and the coming year. You're still talking about your expo. Woman, you are a force to be reckoned with, and that's amazing. I love it. I love that
Kathy,
energy.
I made a decision that I was not going to be sick. I'm hurt. Trust me, I'm hurt. But I was not going to be sick. I stopped
And you're
taking
right.
all pain pills because it was making me sick.
Wow.
Most of the time when I was doing my classes, I was in bed. I was in the bed, in the hospital bed, in the nursing home bed, but I was not going to be sick. I said, y'all not going to do this to me.
I don't blame you, and I'm just so proud of and for you that you are having that wonderful recovery. You look and feel, sound strong, and and that hand is looking so good. For y'all that don't know, she had an accident that has made her a triumphant victor. That's what we'll say.
Never had a negative report through the whole, for almost 4 months now. Never.
That is wonderful. To God be the glory.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes. To God be the glory. Yes, yes, yes.
yes, yes.
Anything else, CSO? This is our CSO, Phyllis
I'm
Nash,
just
on the
excited
line.
because I don't think we are utilizing this call enough. I have this is August 1st. I'm preparing folks to do great things by the end of this year. And so you all will see me here with guests on every week. That is my promise because I'm going to touch every part of what Wakana has to offer.
Well, we're going to
Amen.
follow your lead, ma'am. Thank you. We definitely will follow your lead. Well, guys, if there's not anything else, I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of your Monday. Make sure that you join us tonight for the corporate party. And I will go ahead and put in that link to you right now
And
into
make
the.
sure you have guests, guys. I'm going
That's
to get
exactly
off
right.
of the phone, the line now, and work at least the next hour trying to put out there and invite guests to tonight at our Zoom corporate party. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Doris. Thanks to everybody.
You're welcome, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to sit out here by this lovely pool
Isn't that
and
beautiful?
send out
You go
invites.
ahead now. I love
I'm in
it.
a pool. I'm at a pool party, so I'm gonna take advantage of this sunshine.
Well, all
So
right.
isn't
Well,
that the way you love to work? A pool party, but she gonna be working on the pool. That's
I
my kind of
love
life.
that.
I
I
am. I'm
love
gonna
Love
send
it.
it.
out some invites, and I'll
That's
be
what I'm
mad if they
talking
don't show
about.
up.
The pool CEO. You go ahead. Well,
Yep.
awesome, guys. Well, have a wonderful rest of your Monday, and we will see you tonight on the Corporate Virtual Party, starting with DJ Dr. Roz on the half hour, and at the top of the hour, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will have our corporate Wakana Virtual Party. Bring your guests, enjoy the infused segment, and learn about Wakana. So we'll see you later on. Y'all have a wonderful
Okay.
rest
Make
of
it
the
a great
Monday.
one, you guys.
Bye, beautiful.
Bye. Make it a great one.